This is a meeting of Orangeville Town Council for November the 29th, 2021. Tonight will be an introduction to our upcoming budget. So I'm going to read a couple notices first. Due to efforts to contain the spread of COVID-19 and protect all individuals, the council chambers at Town Hall will not be open to the public to attend council meetings until further notice. Members of the public who have an interest in a matter listed on the agenda may, up until 10 a.m. on the day of a scheduled council meeting, email councilagenda@orangeville.ca indicating your request to speak to a matter listed on the agenda. Phone number and conference ID code will be provided to you so that you may join the virtual meeting and provide your comments to council. Members of the public wishing to raise a question during the public question period of the council meeting may, beginning at 7:45 p.m. on the evening of the council meeting, call 1-289-801-5774 and enter conference ID 774-963-364#. Correspondence and emails submitted will be considered as public information and entered into the public record. If you require access to information in an alternate format, please contact the Clerk's Division by phone at 519-941-0440 extension 256 or via email at clerksdepartment@orangeville.ca. May we have a motion to approve the agenda, please? Councillor Post, second by Councillor Andrews. All in favor? Thank you. Any disclosures of direct or indirect pecuniary interest? Seeing none. Mr. Bonato, can we have the singing of our national anthem, please?
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Thank you to David Nairn, the Artistic Director of Theatre Orangeville. I'd like to also offer our acknowledgement of the traditional territory of the Anishinaabe people, including the Ojibwe, Potawatomi, and Odawa of the Three Fires Confederacy. This meeting is being aired on public television and are streamed live and may be taped for later public broadcasts or webcasts. Your name is part of the public record and will be included in the minutes of this meeting. So tonight we have our draft operating and capital budget presentation. Mr. Ed Brennan is going to introduce. Mr. Brennan.
Your Worship and members of council, just a couple comments before Ms. Syed presents and tables the budget. I would like to start off by thanking our general managers, our management team, and indeed all staff that participated in this document. All of your hard work and dedication certainly shows through the document itself. I want to thank Ms. Syed and our finance team for their vision, their work in the development preparation of the 2022 budget. The budget is reflective of our strategic plan and council's priorities. It should be looked at as our corporate plan, our work plan for the coming year. And I would ask council to consider that as we're going through the document in December, and as we plan out what that workload is reflective of as we go forward. The document itself, I think you would all agree, is quite amazing. It looks spectacular. It's a great piece of work. It is a great communication tool. And more importantly, I feel that it's a very responsible budget given the environment that we are in today. Nandini, you've once again raised this budget document to a higher level. The bar has been raised again. And I just want to say to you that is very reflective professionally of you and your team. a excellent job, a job well done, and I look forward to discussing this budget with council and, of course, sharing it with our residents as we move forward. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Brennan. And without further ado, I'll turn it over to Madam Treasurer, Nandini Syed. Nandini, welcome and thank you.
Thank you, Worship. Worship, just give me a moment to upload the presentation.
Okay.
Your Worship, can you confirm if you can see it?
Yes, we can. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Worship. Good evening, everyone. Through you to Council, members of our audience, and community at large listening in, welcome to the budget tabling presentation of 2022. We start our presentation tonight with an exciting news. Your Worship, it is indeed an absolute privilege and honor to inform you and Council that we have won the prestigious GFOA Award for Budget 2021. With this international recognition, we now, and deservedly so, join the ranks of major cities and regional government in the continental USA, who strive to improve budget transparency in their community. This also very nicely rounds up our budget season, our award season for 2021. Altogether, we have won 4 international awards this year. To earn these recognition, our budget document had to meet program criteria and excel as not only a financial plan, but also a policy document, an operations guide, as well as a communication tool. And these are the winning criteria that form the basis of Budget 2022. With that, let's look at the agenda. So tonight, the focus is a very high level. So first of all, we look at the design of the budget document itself. I will introduce to you a new section that we have incorporated. I will highlight major strategies, pressures, achievements, and then together we'll look at the net levy impact, which Mr. Brennan already indicated is a very reasonable and respectable one. We'll then look at a chart that shows levy distribution amongst major service areas, and then finally we'll wrap up with the upcoming presentation dates in January. So, Your Worship, this year is our second year of presenting a fully virtual budget document. And as such, we have included features for easy navigation. So as you can see on your screen, there are 11 sections in our document, each with its heading and subheadings. And all these headings and subheadings are live links, meaning they're fully navigational. When you click on them, they take you to the respective area. Conversely, if you wish to come back on this landing page, all you have to do is click on the Return to Agenda icon located on top left corner of every page, and voila, you're back on the agenda. So one notable addition or improvement rather we made to 2022 document is adding a section called What is a Budget? What is a municipal budget? It essentially serves as a budget primer. It allows you to glance through some of the key legislative frameworks that form the basis of municipal budget, especially multi-year ones. It also provides a high-level classification between operating and capital. It allows you to glimpse into what the main budget challenge is, essentially how do we balance budget on an annual basis. It also explains the budget process in general, as well as specifically to the town of Orangeville. And finally, it gives you a glimpse into the difference between base versus proposed budget. So as Mr. Brennan indicated, the town's strategic plan, Orangeville Forward, continues to be the basis of our multi-year budget document, alongside other guiding documents such as the 2016 Asset Management Plan, 2019 Development Charges Studies, and Water Wastewater Rate Studies. Council will find that throughout this document, as in Budget 2022 document, we have incorporated 11 key priorities identified by this council over 5 major areas. Although the overriding principle of building an annual budget is to execute the initiatives as identified in the strategic plan, There are also base everyday service obligations that the town must continue to deliver. These base obligations come in the form of inflationary pressures for compensation, contractual commitments, insurance, facility and fleet maintenance, debenture payments. The town also needs to consider its funding strategy to maintain and replace infrastructure asset inventory. Now, Your Worship, this is by no means an exhaustive list, but it gives you an idea of the overall pressures surrounding Budget 2022. All that said, our core focus remains to serve our citizens and our businesses by effectively managing our financial and physical resources. Budget 2022 therefore seek to balance the objective of limiting the tax levy impact while maintaining the desirable service levels and capital infrastructure commitments. We continue to ensure that 2002 will be a year of recovery, growth, and innovation by allowing robust service capacity building for current and future residents. We're also modernizing aging systems and infrastructure. We're implementing a comprehensive asset management plan for our infrastructure services, which will come before this council in July of 2022. Overall, the main objective of Budget 2022 is to position Orangeville to effectively deal with the changes that will come in the years ahead. I'm really proud to say that we have achieved all of this and the main objective that I just iterated at a 0.83% or only $310,000 levy increase from last year. As Council would remember, when we presented our 2021 multi-year budget, the prediction for 2022 was 2.90. So this year, when we revisited that number, we were able to refine that and bring it down to 0.83. This next chart in front of you shows the levy distribution amongst different divisions and service areas. Now, I may have mentioned this last year, but it's also worth mentioning it again, that our overall annual budget is extremely lean, meaning close to 95% of levy distribution is allocated to essential services. In other words, there are really few places where you can really cut, quote unquote, the budget. That said, Council will have an opportunity in 2 weeks' time to look at each individual areas and would have an opportunity to deliberate and go through Q&A. That brings me to the presentation dates in December. On December 13th, the 3 JMs and myself will be presenting the capital budget. The following day, on December 14th, the same team will come back to present the operating budget. On the same night, I will make my consolidated budget recommendation for Council's approval. Your Worship, before I close tonight, I really would like to take a moment to reflect on this journey. I owe a debt of gratitude to a group of peers that I've come to know as my work family. So I start by thanking our global management team. They are truly the primary architects or the primary authors of this document. My gratitude further extends to our senior leadership team comprised of Ms. McKinney, Mr. Osmond, and now Mr. Koselek and Mr. Brennan for your leadership, your guidance, your patience, and so I thank you for that. And last but definitely not least, the 2 newest member of Team Finance, Mindeep and Rebecca. You have done an exemplary job in getting this document over the threshold, over the finish line. Although tonight's meeting is ceremonial in nature, we're just tabling the budget for Council deliberation. Like I said, Council will have an opportunity to look at the budget in more details on December 13th and 14th. That said, I do, however, welcome any feedback or any comments from Council vis-a-vis your first impression of the document, as well as our momentous win of the GFOA award. That said, back to you.
Mr. Mayor, you're muted.
That's the best speech I've ever heard the mayor say.
Sorry, folks. So, Madam Treasurer, thank you very much. Exciting document to be starting to delve into. That 0.83% is certainly exciting, and congratulations to you and your team on that GFOA award. And it, adding to the other bevy of awards that you've won in the last 2 or 3 years. So, congratulations for all your good work, and welcome to your new team members who have been, as you said, instrumental in putting this document together. So, without further ado, I'll ask if any councillors wish to make any comments. Councillor Andrews, go ahead, sir.
Thank you very much, Your Worship. Good evening, everyone. And Ms. Syed, thank you to you and your team for the document you have presented to us. It is slick. As Mr. Brennan has indicated, you have certainly raised the bar this year with the navigation tools, the information. I know that we will end up having the opportunity to certainly have further discussions on the 13th and 14th. But again, congratulations on the award. This just says a lot about the passion that you have, the team, and everything that's very special about our community. So congratulations.
Thank you, Councillor Andrews. Councillors, anybody else wish to make comment here? All right. Well, Madam Treasurer, as I said, wonderful to get started in this fashion, to announce such an aggressive budget. We're looking very forward to the continuing understanding of the budget completely, which will happen over the next 2 or 3 weeks. So thank you. I guess without further ado, we can move along in our agenda. There's question period. Anybody out there wishing to ask a question of council?
Through you, Your Worship, there's currently nobody on the line.
Thank you. Councillors, any new business that anybody wishes to bring up at this moment? Seeing none, can we have a motion to confirm the bylaw 19.1? Councillor Peters, second by Councillor Sherwood. All in favor? And a motion to adjourn, please. Councillor Taylor, Councillor Post. All in favor? Thank you. Thanks again, Madam Treasurer, Mr. Brennan and team. Wonderful document. We're excited about 2022. Thank you very much.
Have a great night, Council.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Good evening. Hey.